I would like to introduce Aviva Klompas, co-founder and CEO of Boundless Israel.
The story of Hanukkah took place 22 centuries ago, and it recounts the story of when an enemy of the Jewish people tried to destroy us militarily and tried to destroy us by denying us the right to practice our faith. And that same story has played out across the centuries, including right now in our own time, when Jewish people are afraid to wear symbols of their Judaism in public or practice their faith in public. Because Hamas's October 7th massacre in southern Israel opened the floodgates of Jew hatred worldwide. But make no mistake, it's not just a war against the Jews. Because on October 7th, Hamas attacked babies and children, parents and grandparents. They attacked Jews and Muslims and Christians and Buddhists. There was no person who was off limit. And I don't think that we quite comprehend the magnitude of what we are living through. And I believe that in the not too distant future, our children and our grandchildren are going to ask us about this dark stain in history. They're going to say to us, after the Holocaust, the world promised never again. So when on October 7th, Hamas perpetrated the largest massacre of Jews since the Holocaust, how did the world respond? Did it keep its promise? Did international institutions like the United Nations that were born from the ashes of the Holocaust live up to their mandates? And we're going to tell them the truth. No. And neither did the human rights organizations, and neither did the women's rights organizations. And so they're going to ask us, well, what about ordinary people? Did ordinary people in capital cities all over the world go out into the streets and protest to condemn the terrorists and demand the release of the hostages? And we'll have to say to them, some people did, but most people who went out to the streets went in support of the terrorists. And they're going to look at us and they're going to ask, well, what did you do? And that's the question, because right now, we are all on the record of history, and history is going to record who amongst us was a perpetrator of evil, who was a bystander to evil, and who was an upstander. Right here in Boston, every single day, Jews are under attack. Jews are being harassed, particularly on our college campuses. Every day in Boston, people go out and rip down the posters of hostages. 138 people, human beings, are in the hands of monsters. And our response cannot be, oh, well, I tried. It has to be, oh, well, now I have to try harder. In Antwerp, they took the posters of the hostages and they put them on every single window in a 10-story building, starting on the second floor, so that nobody could tear it down. In Toronto, they constructed a giant milk carton 10 feet tall with the posters of the hostages and put it in a downtown square. In New York City, the faces of the hostages stare out from giant digital billboards in Times Square, because the goal has to be that no person can ever say, I did not know. That we will ensure that every person is on the record as a perpetrator, a bystander, or an upstander. We are calling on the people of sanity and of decency to join us in this fight, because there's a battle playing out on many battlefields. In law, academia, media, business, philanthropy, and every other front where Jews are under attack is where we're going to fight this war. And let me assure you, we are going to win, because that's also the story of Hanukkah. We always prevail. The question is only going to be, on which side of history did you stand? With the people who perpetrated evil, or with us? Every night of Hanukkah we say the prayer, She'asa Nisim Lavotenu, to the one who did miracles for our ancestors. We pray for miracles, but we fight to make them real. Thank you.